Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Second time's the charm. I had just got done recording the voiceover for this video, but apparently, even though I just used the software, it changed the settings so that the microphone I was using before wasn't being read. Whoop-de-doo, that's one hell of a skill issue. So today we're flying the F40 Sabre, this being the Chinese variant, and my oh my, is this thing an amazing aircraft. It does exactly what you want it when you want it to. No ifs, ands, or buts. And this plane actually has been in the Chinese variant, not so much, but the Japanese F40 has been in this game since I believe 2018, 2019, just before the Supersonics came out. And that thing, it was a monster then, and it's still kind of a monster now, although it's kind of outshadowed by the CL-13 Mark 6. But it's still an amazing aircraft in its own right, even before the battle rating. For those of you who don't know, basically the F40 is kind of an amalgamation of the F-25 and the A5 Sabre. It gets the leading edge slats the A5 Sabre gets, and a slightly longer wing, which decreases wing loading, which allows for better turn performance, especially at medium speeds. But it has the F-Series engine, which means it has not only the acceleration, but the energy retention to keep up these maneuvers, even against other F-Series Sabres. As it can go toe-to-toe with even some supersonics like the F-100, the Scimitar, MiG-17s, it thrashes them all around. You just kind of have to be careful not to get jumped by 4 people at the same time, because people too kind of sometimes will focus this thing because they know it's a pain in the ass to kill. And you know what? Point proven. This video kind of proves it. I'm killing 6 people on the enemy team, and my team together only killed about 3. You guys are watching my piss poor aim, but we finally killed the F2 Sabre. Roll out of the way of the AV8, also elegantly. And the reason I zoomed in on the F100 was to check his attitude of his nose to see where he's pointing, so I know exactly where to move. And I'm going to extend away. The F100 does out-accelerate us technically, but he spent so much of his speed trying to put his nose on me that his acceleration is pretty negligible. I'm already back up to combat speed. And I'm just pure aggression this thing. I could totally just extend away, reset the fight. But all that does is give the enemy players a chance to regain their energy, and now they're all slow against an aircraft that loves to be slow. Look at this thing. The F2 Sabre is barely going to not even get his nose on, and I'm going to go for the F100 because in the long run he's going to be the more dangerous target, mainly because he's faster and has an afterburner. That's going to make things a bit more difficult. And after hosing the F100 down, I only have 52 rounds, and so I'm trying to gain some speed. Put myself in a situation where the F2 Sabre thinks he has the shot but doesn't. I'm going to reverse him. And just look how easily and effortlessly I get on this guy's 6 with the thing I like to call, it's probably called lead pursuit, but I'm using it in the barrel roll, which kind of makes it so that I end up timing my my barrel roll to where I'm automatically already on the enemy player's 6. And that's kind of a skill that takes years to kind of hone down. It took me to about 2016, 2017 to really get that one down, and I started in 2014. But once you figure it out, it is a lifesaver, especially if you're going against aircraft that are extremely fast and you're not so much. Now, we just went back to base, we're on refueled, and we're ready to get in this fight. F-100 is going to Narnia. So I'm going to go for this AV8C because I know he's been ground pounding and he's causing these tickets to drain faster than my bank account after payday. And I know we've all been there. Now the Harrier trying to book it, which honestly the Harrier should be faster than me by a lot, but he decides to turn, which I mean I don't blame him. He's deploying flares. He thinks I have a missile because I'm an F40 and every F40 has an AIM-9B. But the fact that I didn't fire means he should have probably saw that and go, no, I'm going to extend away. He tries to force the overshoot, I air brake, and I saw his wing off. Nothing really to write home about. I love shooting down the Harriers in the Shenyang F5, and this plane is it's just so much easier because you don't have the high compression at high speeds, and you can always just hose them down. Here I'm kind of fumbling the controls, trying to look for the F100, who went to Narnia. And it takes me way too long to realize that it's safe to go for the Harrier, but here we are going for the Harrier. Because I know that these Harriers love to just go RTB for no reason. Although, honestly, I probably could have let him die. But no, we're going to put him out of his misery. That country up there is A4E, who's going back to base, and sadly, we never even get a chance to shoot at him. It's one of those things. He was AFK bombing, I guess. So right now, we're just looking for the last F100. We're already at 5 kills, ladies and gentlemen. 5 kills, we're not even spaded. We don't even have the engine modification yet. And this thing is throwing around enemy teams like no tomorrow. I would highly recommend you actually grind for this aircraft. Not because the Chinese technically has some cool jets at the top tier, but this aircraft in itself, if you get the Japanese one, you're always going to have fun with this thing no matter what. You're going to get some cool dogfights. Like this one right here. I'm going to put myself in front of the F100 so he thinks he has the shot, but I'm going to move out of the way last second. He's going to try to get the shot, and I'm not trusting him not to put the nose on, so I'm going to dodge under. He's going to do the right maneuver here, and he's going to extend away. He's going to keep his speed, use his one advantage he really has other than firepower, to get away from me. Now, this is one of those scenarios where it's definitely turn rate versus turn pull. He can whip his nose around like no tomorrow, and I can turn him all day long. It's just a matter of fact that if I can get out of his guns fast enough to outmaneuver him. And so if he knew how to aim, if maybe took a little wider lines, he probably would have gotten the kill. But here I am doing what all aircraft that are outmaneuver your enemy, who is faster than you, should do, is get some altitude. You kind of equalize the energy states because it kind of negates his speed. He has to climb up to you, which puts you in a better position, which in jets it actually works quite well. This is I'm about to use a tactic I would use against MiGs because they definitely do out zoom climb the Sabre in most regards. You give them about 10-15 seconds, and then you follow them up there because the zoom climb on the F Sabre is insane, especially when they're putting themselves in this kind of situation, which I really should have killed him, but I overled. And now, his motive right now is to simply just force the overshoot. He's probably not going to be able to extend away, but he's going to use his AOA and his air brake to try to get me to overshoot. But sadly, I saw it coming, and he's not going anywhere. He's going way too slow. I'm still within gun range, and I'm accelerating. He is crit, so now we're just going to follow him. He's still able, the insane thing is he's still able to outrun us. And he's still going to choose here shortly to try and fight me. He's going to go vertical, which I don't know what he was thinking. He should have at least gone horizontal. He should have gone straight back to base. But I guess give him props for trying, but he just completely set himself to be shot down. And he's going to end up going to try to do the same thing as force an overshoot because, again, I can't freaking aim like it. Oh my god, I feel like it's such a new player sometimes. He almost gets me here, but he's already pulled this trick before, so I know what's up. So I'm gonna pull my air brakes out and give it a second. Come on, you can do it. And we're just gonna roll around him. You mainly use the rudder. That's why the Sabres have great rudder in low speeds. Dodge his gun to actually dodge the plane because he's about to ram me. And notice he's trying to start flattening out. Well, actually, this has no choice because it's the ground. So I'm going to fold my air brakes in to make sure I have the speed. And I'm just going to hose him down. This has been Plane Killer. I hope you kind of enjoyed my very rusty narrative here. Hope you guys have a good one.